All right, Jake, as we were getting ready to start this thing, I asked Justin, our video editor, who is not here, but is from Wisconsin, what kind of fun facts he wanted to read this week. And he said, Northern fun facts. So here are some fun facts as I Googled Northern fun facts about North America. Are you ready, Jake?
Yeah.
It's the home of the largest island. Technically, Greenland is an island.
Okay.
Okay. Ready for another one? Has 5 regions. How fun.
North, Central, South, Ice, Arctic.
Yes.
Actually? There's no way.
I was
like,
seriously?
We were
I just, dude, I don't know. I just woke up today feeling smart.
I gifted class, still got it. I thought I was like, I don't think so,
Not
but
even
maybe.
close. Great Plains, Canadian Shield, Eastern region, Mountainous West, and the Caribbean.
And I said North.
I love how Jake's like, whoa, maybe I did it.
I don't know. The 5 regions of North America? I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, this is from yourdictionary.com. So how
I don't know how they rank it.
Exactly. Largest city is?
Los Angeles.
Yes.
Is it?
No.
Stop. Wait. Oh, Mexico City.
Mexico City.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, second
Mexico
guess.
DF.
Got
Yeah.
it. Hey, I'm a second guesser.
The lowest point is?
Don't take my first answer. First answer is Desert Valley, California.
Desert Valley, California is your first answer.
Second answer is somewhere in Kansas. No, it's got to be somewhere near the sea. Florida. Everglades.
The first answer was right, except for you didn't say it right. What is the real way to say that?
Desert Valley, California.
You think it's Desert Valley?
Okay, guess not.
Sorry, Death Valley.
Oh, stupid. Stupid. I knew it.
What's the largest country in North America?
I would say Estados Unidos.
No, dude.
North America?
No.
By what? Landmass?
Yeah.
Greenland. Dude, I don't know what questions your dictionary is asking
There's
me.
not that many big countries. Canada.
Biggest by what?
Size? Landmass, baby.
God.
Okay, this one's...
No more questions.
No. Okay, fine. Roll it. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Oh man, we were just talking about taking the Wonderlic test and how I was afraid to take it because I didn't want to lose to Jake. I'm less scared.
I mean, if the questions are
From
based
Desert Valley,
in North America, you're going to be all right. If they don't let my second guess count, then you're going to be fine.
Oh man, I can't wait to listen back to this and hear how excited you were to get the 5 regions right.
Let's focus on the positives. Was Death Valley the actual right answer?
Yes.
That's the lowest point in America?
Yeah, in North America.
You're right. You're right. In all North America.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
The one win there is better than any of the negatives. I'll take that. That's great.
Longest river in North America, the Missouri.
Huh.
Right down the road.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Way bigger than the Kansas River.
That's right. It is.
Everything's
trying to get out of Missouri.
There it is. I was going to say, here comes. Okay.
Got to get there somehow, you know?
So, hey guys.
Hey.
This is our podcast and you are listening to it and we appreciate that. So thanks for doing it.
It's the Ghostrunners podcast.
It's the Ghostrunners podcast. You might be listening in the car, working out, doing manual labor.
Doing all 3 of those things together.
Maybe. We appreciate it, guys. This is episode 156. So this means this is like the last episode of year 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Next week will be our 3-year anniversary.
We have
What?
We're calling that?
Start of year 4.
Yeah. I think this is our this is our birthday. 3-year birthday. We're 4.
Well, I got you something, Brad. I'll give it to you here in a little bit once I find it.
Bend over and I'll show you.
We've had quite the day so far.
Very
you've been full day.
Very busy, very full.
Well, you made a table before that, or a coffee
that's
table.
true. I was full too. You're right. I'm full.
What'd you do today?
I went to Panera to write some Girls Gone Wild.
Oh yes, we were both in the dock at like 7:30 a.m. this morning. That was nice to see. I see your cursor.
I've been very excited to see you up in Adam lately.
Up, but not only up, also Adam.
Yeah. A lot of people get up. Not everyone gets Adam. You understand me? So thank you for doing both. That's fun. It's like Jake's like responding to texts early in the morning, you know,
and not like 4 a.m.
No,
Not that early in the morning.
late. That's late.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. When does morning starts at 6 a.m., I think.
I think 6 is when you could officially be up and at 'em.
Maybe
4 a.m.
5:45. Let's say 5:45.
It's the way, because you could still be up and at 'em at 4 a.m., but it's how you preface it. Like, whoa, you're still up and at 'em? Yeah.
No. You can't. You can't be at him. You can't be at him.
No,
at 4
and
a.m.
at 6 a.m., it's like, wow, you're already up and at 'em? Yep, already up and at 'em.
You think you can be at him at 4 a.m.?
At 4 a.m., it's like, wow, you're still up and at 'em, huh?
I think you're only up at 4 a.m. There's no way you're up and at him.
You would say you're still up?
Yeah, you're still up?
And I'm
There's
working.
no way you're still
I'm working. I'm up and at 'em.
No. Yeah. I don't. Adam is like, you're at the top of your tank. You got plenty more left. You're up and at him.
I'm at 'em.
You are just up.
Okay.
And you're barely up. You're just like.
So 4 a.m., that's the opposite of Adam. Eve? 4
Yeah.
a.m. You still up and Eve?
Molecule.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. What do you think? Yeah, what does that mean? Adamant? Adam? Where does that come from?
Wait, are you joking? This is your Greenland. This is your regions of
Up
North
and
America.
Adam?
Yeah, like at, A-T, and then the next word is like accent mark, E-M.
You're up and at them?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, I get it now, but I'm trying to make you feel stupid about it. I'll be honest. I get it. Up and at them. Yeah.
Them being the tasks ahead.
Yes,
you're up and at them.
You're up and at them. Like you're getting after it.
Mm-hmm.
Up and at them.
Up and at them.
Yeah.
Anyway, you made a table, or you were up early.
I was up and
You're
at 'em,
right into the dock.
at Panera.
Yeah.
Wrote some stuff. Came home. Changed Bo's diaper. Normal things. Then went out and made a table.
How's Bo pooping?
He's getting there to the point where it's like, I think it's time to get potty trained, buddy.
Yeah.
It's getting gross. Yeah, I'll be honest.
It's getting gross.
It is. It's like becoming like more adult.
Yeah, sure.
Like newborns
From tadpole to salamander.
Problem. Yeah, a little bit older. It's like, yeah, you're starting to eat solids. And now it's like, okay, you had Taco Bell last
Yeah, we're
night.
starting to see solids.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, yeah, had a little bit of time with them. And
Have
then,
you talked to him about that?
Yeah, big time. Oh,
Good.
yeah. Dude, he's like so talkative these days. He's so fun.
Cool.
My kids are so fun, dude. I wrote down on my doc, like, I'm so excited for the summer. Like it's
summer.
Already, it's been, I mean, yeah, who's not excited for the summer in general? But like,
I don't know.
It's been
Eastern Hemisphere people.
Yeah. Not people that don't get up / Adam. But it's been wonderful weather even the last like week. That's a alliteration for you. And, just being outside, like they've come out and they've played and they're like at the perfect age right now, like 5 and 2, like that they play together really, really well. I don't know. It's just been wonderful. Like, it's just been like, they're so fun.
I think you told me off the podcast, and you should say it on the podcast, is that visual you had, Hattie was biking around Bo, like Bo was on top of the bike with Hattie.
Yeah. So Hattie has a tricycle.
I didn't get to see it, but
yeah, Hattie has a tricycle, and like on the back of the tricycle, they have those little like step thing. Like,
yeah.
And so Bo gets on that step and puts his hands on Hattie's shoulders, and then they just ride around the driveway. And the whole time Bo just goes, bye.
That sounds like just Americana. That's great.
It's wonderful, dude. Oh yeah. And then there's Catherine, over on the side doing some planting of some flowers.
Who knows
or something.
what?
There's Rosie just, sleeping just peacefully. And then there's me working with my power tools.
You ever made the joke, because I've heard newborns smell good. You ever stop and smelled the Rosie?
Oh,
you done that one yet?
I have not.
Has anyone done it to you?
Nope.
Really?
No one has stopped or smelled Rosie.
Gotta get up and at him.
I think you need to do that whenever you get up and at him.
It'll be hilarious.
Maybe we should. No, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, made a table and then had some lunch and headed out over to shoot. I always want to say film or record, but I'm trying to say shoot.
Okay.
Because that's what cool people say.
Thanks.
But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great day so far.
Great day. Full day.
Yeah, I went to I made an Instagram story. Been a while. Made one today.
You're a pro, dude.
Got a fish.
Instagram stories.
I was trying to tell Rachel last night. I was like, because there's so many things. It's like, yeah, before you met me, and then just fill in the blank, and it's just so many things were different. But I was like, I used to be really into like Snapchat stories, Instagram stories. I made them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would just find all these little things, and there's not much to a story. It's just you have a beginning, middle, and end. And I was like, I'm gonna make an Instagram story tomorrow. The beginning is like, guys, I'm looking for a fish. The middle is me finding the fish. The end is showing it on camera.
Yeah.
Lindsay's holding the fish.
Yeah.
It's so easy. People loved it.
Oh yeah.
Little tip for you guys: storytelling.
Well,
Go back to elementary.
Tell us about going and getting the fish.
So it's a place that I first found out about from Catherine years and years ago because she went and bought an octopus from there for a K-Life game we were going to play called Ultimate Squidby.
It's the first iteration of Squid Game.
Yeah, everyone's done it. You've all heard of it. It's just where you play Ultimate Frisbee, but with a dead octopus.
Gotta love youth ministry, huh?
Yeah, it is it's fun to see the participation that you get in a game like Ultimate Squidby.
Yeah.
Because I would say 90% of the men are into it, the 8-year-old boys,
Sure.
and then about 10% of the women are into it.
You
And
think it's that high?
I don't know. There's just like a couple tomboys and a couple girls who grew up with brothers who are like, yeah, let's play.
Sure.
And it is fun to see it flying through the air. But yeah, so I knew they had just like some wild animals out there. So went and got after it and didn't know what I was doing. I mean, just trying to order fish. And, this guy, where there's a little bit of language barrier. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, catfish? He's like, tilapia? I was like, maybe. He's like, I've bass. I was like, that, yes.
Yes, I know that you could catch those things.
Yes, I will take bass.
Because explain why you were getting the bass.
We're meeting. So this morning we shot a video with the girls channel, Girls Gone Mild, and multiple videos, one of them being a dating apps video. And so often, at least from the girls' perspective, they said that they see guys holding up fish in their dating app pictures. It's just like more common than you think.
Yeah.
So I wanted to poke fun of that. And I was like, it's one thing to just say like, all right, brace yourself for some fish pics. I was like, there's a little cherry on top to like have, it's not a live fish, but it is at once living fish. Like you could see the scales just died yesterday.
Right.
And just like flop it around. And I just thought it would add something to the video, and you're just probably not going to see it coming. It's like, oh my gosh, they used to reel fish for this.
So I got there right as you were wrapping up the filming of this video.
Unwrapping the fish, but wrapping up the video.
Yeah. In the last scene or last whatever was, you went out to your car to get the fish, which I thought was hilarious, but you had a valid reason. You were like, I'm trying to defrost this fish.
I want it to look real. Yeah. It was thawed out.
Because I saw it and I was like, dude, you put it in your car to just like bake?
It's in the trunk.
It's still going to smell.
It's going to smell the trunk.
Did it smell later when you?
No, I didn't notice it.
Okay, good. We should have put in Trey's trash can.
No.
Of course we shouldn't have, Jake, but that would have been funny.
No.
No, it would not have
Brad.
been. No.
Come on.
Anyway, but you guys went downstairs to film this last thing, and I stayed upstairs to like get some extra stuff done on my computer, and I could just hear a few different things that I wrote down. One of them was, it's not slimy, it's fine. These are all from Jake talking, because Lindsay was not having it.
At one point I yelled at her, you're from Wichita, you're not from Beverly Hills.
Okay, that was my last one.
Oh, dang it, sorry.
And then you said it's not alive, because of course it's not alive.
Okay, so I opened the mouth, like it looked like it was sealed shut, and I was able to like open the mouth up, and then she freaked out, like she thought it was alive. And I was like, it's a dead fish, all right? It's a dead fish.
It's very dead.
Yeah.
Even if it were alive when you bought it, it's dead now after being in your car.
Yeah.
It's not a magic fish.
That we know of.
And yeah, the last line, my favorite line was, you grew up in Wichita, you're not from Beverly Hills. Like, how scale of 1 to 10, how genuinely frustrated were you? Because it sounded like you were getting perturbed.
Oh, no, I really wasn't.
Okay.
I think that's just a product of, I've known Lindsay for like 9 years now.
Yeah.
So it's just like one of those things like, Lindsay, come on.
Okay.
This is the last scene of the video. I know you're not that, scared by this. So,
because I was there with her. I was like, I would not be comfortable with this. I would probably just mind over matter that thing and be like, give it to me. But I'd be squirming.
A dead fish?
I don't know. No, I'm me and animals. It's weird around animals. Like when I had to like shovel up that, whatever it was, a squirrel or a mouse or whatever, and throw it in the street.
Once again,
I hated it.
Dead animal.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling.
I will say I saw a snake golfing. First snake of the year. I was pissed off, Brad. It made me mad. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, that scared me. It was like, gosh, dang it.
Really?
The snakes are out. The snakes are out.
So like,
I was upset.
So was it fear though? Like, was it fear that then turned to anger?
It was just like, yeah, it was fear, anger, just back and forth. It was like fear of how many of his friends are around here. Fear of how many else am I going to encounter this year playing golf?
Yeah.
Fear of what's he telling his friends right now?
What kind of snake was it? Big, small?
Could not be tinier.
Okay.
But there were two of them.
Oh yeah.
And one of them wasn't scared of us, which was scary.
Because every once in a while in the shop, nothing to do with live animals or anything, but I'll have like a close call with an accident and I'll get really, really mad. And it's like that's my anger. Like I think I'm a little bit fearful, and then that fear turns into like, oh, I'm very angry right now that almost happened.
That you almost like made a boo-boo with yourself?
Yeah, that I almost cut off my finger or something.
Then you get mad.
Yeah, I think I'm just like mad at the situation of like, why aren't you being more careful? Like you have kids that you need to feed and all this stuff. And so anyway, I didn't know if that was similar. Like you saw this thing and you're like a little bit freaked out, and then you're like just mad and like, okay, that's it.
It was like a reminder that snakes exist. I think that's why I was mad. I was like, dang it, I forgot about snakes. This sucks.
Do they have a purpose? I'm sure they do in the ecosystem, but like Hawaii's doing just fine without them.
That is a great point. Hawaii's great.
Hawaii is thriving and they
What
have
is-
zero snakes.
What do snakes do? I mean,
They eat mice, which is great.
they eat mice, but cats will eat mice.
That's true. Okay, I'm going to put my stance out there right now. I'd rather have cats in this world than snakes.
I think, and I'm thinking of everything. Yeah, I thought of everything. The only reason snakes are around is I think for like boots and purses and like, like snake skin.
Just like nice fashion.
Just the outside of them.
Gotcha. Which is very cool.
And if we didn't have snakes, then where would the superhero Venom come from?
Yes.
Could be a villain. I
You're
don't even
right.
know.
I think he's got to be a villain. His name's Venom.
Venom.
Hey, let's get. Yay, it's Venom.
Venom's here.
Venom's here, kids. Hey, kids.
Hey.
Hey, knock off a few minutes early. Venom's here to tell us a bedtime story.
The city.
Come
The
on.
city has so much crime.
Oh, Chicago can rest easy tonight.
Put up the Venom sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Commissioner Gordon, forget Batman. We've got Venom.
That's a sign.
Yes.
Yeah, probably a villain.
Oh, man.
How'd we get there? Talking about your kids? Oh, no, this morning. Fish.
Fish.
Yeah. So anyway, we shot with the girls for like 3 hours. And then Brad came over. And then we shot with Brad and Derek for another 3 hours. Close to 2.5, something like that.
Yeah, we didn't shoot that long, but we were there for a while.
We hung out a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very productive. Maybe shouldn't throw the V word in there. Pretty productive. I'll go PP. Pretty productive 2 weeks with Trey being gone. I feel like I got to play a lot of golf, but also we got to crank out a lot of videos, and a lot of videos did well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like the best of all worlds.
I know. Yeah.
It's like I can work and play.
I'm hoping. Well, yeah. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
It's great.
You got to play a lot of golf though.
We got to play a lot of golf. Yesterday was a sporty little day for me. Played golf with my friends, and then went straight from there to Meadowbrook Park. Played pickleball with Rachel.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
One-on-one?
It's so great. Because she played high school tennis, and obviously she played D1 college volleyball, so very athletic.
I didn't realize she
And
played high
so
school
it's
tennis.
like, very competitive enough. Like we can play one-on-one pickleball together.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, how unique is it? How often do you get to play one-on-one sports with anyone, let alone your girlfriend?
Did she beat you?
No.
Never once?
She has before,
Yeah.
but not yesterday.
Okay.
But
Because one-on-one's completely different than two-on-two pickleball.
and yeah, she's a lot
especially-
better at
Right.
singles because she doesn't
Right.
have to dink or anything. She can just whack it.
Right.
And also, I've learned like her being a setter. The more I've learned about the setter position, it makes her so good at like honestly just anticipating like movements and stuff. Like I never like let's say I lob a ball up to her. Not once have I ever guessed the direction she's gonna hit it. Or
Oh, really?
like it's 50-50. I could go left, right, or center,
Okay.
and like I'm even gonna like go right. You know what? I'm gonna go left. I never go whatever, and it never goes to me. She's remarkably good
Okay.
at like reading the human body.
Huh.
Not like that.
I didn't say it like that.
Okay. I didn't say it like that.
Hey, whoa. I didn't go there.
So that was fun. And then we went straight from there, got a quick little acai bowl, and then went straight to volleyball last night, sand volleyball. We're in a
Wow.
league with Isaac and some friends. And so
You winning?
sporty little day. We did win last night.
Okay.
It was nice. It was nice to see the other team make some mistakes.
Yeah.
This league's pretty good. So
Really?
usually it's just us.
You guys in like the competitive league?
I don't know what division we're in. I didn't sign us up this time, so I don't know what we're up to. But
You have a fun name?
I also, I don't even know what our name
You
is.
just know this, like, hey, come at
Just
this time.
8:45.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Show up.
Right on.
So yeah, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Good. We got to go to Topgolf on Tuesday.
Yeah, we did.
That was awesome.
Open invitation. Anyone in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Brad and I might be at Topgolf a lot of Tuesdays to come.
It was very fun. I get why people enjoy golf when you know how to hit it a little straight every once in a while.
And when you know how cheap it is, I think it makes it more fun. It's like,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
of course.
basically free.
I
Like,
mean,
seriously,
yeah.
if you go to Topgolf on Tuesdays before noon, I think it's like 75% off or something. It's
crazy.
crazy.
Because it's half off on Tuesdays all the time,
And
right?
then, before noon, it's like half of half.
Yeah. That would be 75% off, I think.
I mean, Greenland.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so fun. Originally it was just going to be
Yeah,
you
this
and
is
me.
great.
And then we're like, I think we can convince Scott. You texted Scott, Isaac, and Luke. And like, you're like, yeah, Scott's in. Let's do it. It's going to be so fun. And then all of a sudden, I think there were 7 of us.
Then Isaac came, then Luke came, then the night before we were at basketball, we're like, Rustin, everyone
Yeah.
at the table's coming to Topgolf.
Right.
You got to come.
Yeah.
And so Rustin came too. Cool guy Sammy's
Cool
in
guy
town.
Sammy's still
He was
there.
in town. So yeah, there were 7 of us at Topgolf. And Brad and I were there to shoot a video. Like we shot a every person at Topgolf video. And Scott brought his computer. Rustin was taking calls. Like everyone was kind of working. Luke wore a shirt that said his company name
Yeah.
on it.
really quickly, like I went around to every single person. I was like,
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
funny.
let's get some tax write-offs going on. Like, Luke, how's mortgage rates?
Heard rates are high.
Mortgage rates are up. Okay. Rustin, how's your business? Doing well. Okay, awesome. Jake, whatever. Like
Yeah.
going around. Scott, dairy's good, right?
We still milking?
We
Great.
still
Great.
cows are still mooing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, woodworking's good. I use a saw every once in a while. Isaac, whatever. It was pretty fun. Just the whole thing is just golf, man. Golf is cool.
Let's keep doing it more.
It feels good when you hit it well.
Yeah, it's hard. So it's
Yeah.
fun when it goes well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we golfed, and then basketball Monday was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It's always fun.
It's always
We
fun.
lost.
Yeah, that's okay.
Pretty bad.
That team was fun though. We finally had a team that would like, I don't know.
They were from Olathe East though. The rivals.
High school rivals.
Come on, guys. Yeah, were they fun though? Like they
Yeah, I had a
played
good
along?
time with the guys I was guarding. They were
I'm trying
friendly.
to remember. I just remember just getting shellacked by them.
Shellacked.
Yeah.
It was fun. I got to know Rustin's kids better on the bench and at Culver's. Zoe is awesome.
Yeah.
And she listens to the podcast.
Heck yeah.
What up,
What's
Zoe?
Yeah, they were really fun. Rustin's 3-year-old, it was her birthday, and she for her birthday, she wanted to watch dad play basketball. So we had an 8:30 game, gets over at 9:30. They live an hour away. They live so far away. And, jokingly, I was like, all right, we'll see you guys at Culver's. And, show up at Culver's, and who shows up next? The Dowd family.
Yeah.
I was like, good for you guys. I mean, I bet their 3-year-old did not get to bed till 11 o'clock at least.
Hey,
that
slept
night.
in the car maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, it was great though. They pulled the veteran parent move of put their kids' pajamas on at Culver's. Because
Why?
then if they do fall asleep, you're good. And then when you get home, either they're asleep or they're already ready for bed, and you just put them in bed. So
Can you put your kid to bed without pajamas?
sure,
Okay. I think I might.
you think so?
I mean, sometimes.
I mean, but then you got the whole day. Like they've been sitting at Hy-Vee Arena and the gross bleachers and everything else.
I sleep in what I wore in all the time.
What?
Does that make me a freak?
Not a freak. It just makes you gross.
Really?
You think about it.
Okay.
I mean, especially like a Hy-Vee Arena. or
Wait, I see
something.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying a little
Or
bit.
like a coffee shop where everyone's sitting on these seats.
I don't know.
I don't think if you're going to Trey's and back, I can get it. Like that's fine. You're in your car, you're in Trey's house, you're back. If you're going to restaurants and I mean, you take public transit everywhere you go, right? I'm trying to make it worse sounding.
What if you give blood that day?
Yeah. You go to the plasma bank.
That place isn't sanitary.
No, CSL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So you just get in bed at night and there's no like mental block to that. Like that's not hard for you.
No way.
Really?
No way.
Really? Okay.
But
I mean-
also, it's not like 90 degrees here. Like, I'm not sweating throughout the day. Like, if I have been sweating, then yes, it's on my mind. Like, these clothes are a little dirty. But it's like,
Okay.
it's 70 degrees right now.
Okay.
I could definitely fall asleep in this t-shirt. Would that be okay with you? That I've been wearing all day?
Yeah, it'd be okay with me. It's just I think I've just changed being married, so it would not be okay with Catherine. I know that for sure. If you got in bed with Catherine, she would not like that.
She would be like,
She'd be
Jake,
like-
you have been wearing that all day.
Yeah.
And you're not my husband. Get out of here.
Both those things are red flags for her.
But
Mostly the first one.
but more than anything.
Yeah.
How, 12, 14 hours you've been wearing that shirt?
Right. Yeah.
Gross.
Like there was a few times where I'm really tired and I want to take a nap and I'll get under the covers
Fun.
in the middle of the day and she'll be like, "What are you doing? Like those are your normal clothes."
You say, this is my side of the bed.
Yeah,
I was stinking
that's
up.
what
I'm stinking
I'm
up.
always like, "Who cares?" Yeah, I'm over here by myself. Whatever. So, yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I did it probably more when I was single, but I don't know. I guess I just got used to it.
Well, that's us in pajamas. I went to a coffee shop, Brad, that you've been
Yeah.
to.
I've never been there.
Wait, you haven't? Oh, you just heard about it.
Yeah, I just heard about it.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
So there's this coffee shop by my house called Comic Coffee. I don't even mind telling you where it is.
I was gonna say you're gonna name drop it.
Well, because you're not going to find it.
Oh, okay. On the way here, I was like, I wonder where that place is, and so I tried to look as I was just driving by, and I could not find it.
Yeah, no sign.
There's no label on it.
They have like something. Yeah, I mean, no, there's no actual sign. They have like a paper banner or like a, I don't know, plastic banner out in front of the windows.
Yeah.
It's right next to Jumpin' Catfish, which that business just keeps finding a way to make it in this podcast.
3 weeks in a row.
So it's right next to Jumpin' Catfish, and it's like comic book themed. And dang it, I thought you'd been in there.
Okay, so yeah, the backstory that I have is that my cousin who owns a like local roastery in Kansas City, it's called Encore Coffee. He provides their beans to this coffee shop. So he told me about it.
What does a bean mean?
My sister had been there. And I know that it's a husband and wife that own this thing. The wife really likes coffee. The husband really likes comic books. So they're like, we should put them together.
Wait, you know the people?
No, I don't know them.
Okay, good.
My cousin knows him though, like because he sold them coffee.
Which cousin?
Mike.
Don't know cousin Mike.
He's 50 some years old.
Great.
He's a great guy.
Old cousin,
oldest aunt.
Okay.
Aunt Kay. You know,
Yeah.
my mom's one of 6. She's the 5th one in line. My Aunt Kay's the number 1. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I know about it. My sister has been once, and my sister was talking to Mike about it, and my sister seemed to try to be like diplomatic about it. But I could tell in my head, I was like, this is a bad idea for a coffee shop.
Yeah, there's just no like vibe to it. It's just like white, like school lighting, like what a school hallway's
Like
lighting
fluorescent
probably
lighting.
is, fluorescent.
Yeah.
Comic book themed things everywhere, and
Like what kind of themed?
like
things?
the cover of like a comic book is just like all over the walls.
Okay,
That's
like
the only
same
thing on the
comic
walls.
book, or is it like
Yeah, it's a lot of the same ones, just over and over and over again.
like almost a pattern, or
Yeah, just like Superman. That would be the pattern.
and then what? No, I was
Mainly Superman. And then there is probably I don't know if it's a TV or just an old computer monitor, probably 18-inch computer monitor that's playing comics on it. Like something on Netflix. I don't know. The skip intro button was on it. So some like Justice League
okay.
comic show is on it.
Where is that? Where is the monitor?
Just next to one of the walls.
It's not. Is it mounted? It's just
No. It's like, I don't know, probably 2 feet off the ground.
What?
I'm not making any of this up. I'm not trying to exaggerate anything.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to think what else. So Isaac was really hating on it. I loved my pastry, and I will be back.
Really?
My cherry Danish was fire. I will go back for that cherry Danish.
Okay.
Also, do you think this is true? Rachel was making fun of me. She said that ordering a cherry Danish is like a very like old person thing of me to do. She's like, I just don't know if any young people are eating Danishes.
I
was
don't,
like, maybe
hate,
that's
I don't
true.
hate that take. I don't hate that take. I don't think. I just don't think we go to very many places that offer Danishes anymore.
We don't have Danish opportunities.
No, like these days we go to, I don't know, like normal places that don't have Danish. Like I think when I think of Danishes, I think of like Seinfeld. Like I feel like George Costanza loves him some Danishes. But that was obviously in the 80s that show was going on, and it's in New York.
And he's older now.
And, it's a big city. They got lots of Danishes. So I'm 50-50 on that take.
Gotcha. Yeah. And
That's pretty funny.
There's just like no, there is seating, but it's just like, it's not cozy. It's just like plastic chairs.
Yeah.
There's no seating for like 3 or more anywhere. It's just like mono, like tables and chairs.
Dude. Yeah.
So it was a bummer. It was like, whoa, we have a coffee shop so close to us.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, what is this theme?
Was the coffee anything?
I didn't mind it. I get a caramel latte, so it's kind of hard to tell the coffee itself. But I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
It
Good
tastes
enough for me.
Yeah.
Isaac got an iced vanilla latte, and even when it came out, I mean, it looked like milk. And I was like, ooh, that's gonna be sweet. It looked like he ordered creamer,
Yeah.
like iced creamer. He's like, yeah, that wasn't very good.
Bummer.
But I will be back. In fact, Rachel's really excited. Saturday, we got a great Saturday ahead of us.
Okay.
We're gonna walk to Comic Coffee,
Love it.
and then
This is like what, a mile away probably?
so close. And then we saw there's a sign. There's like an estate sale in our neighborhood.
Estate sales are fun. You ever been?
No.
They're fun.
We're gonna walk to one of those.
Everything's for sale. And I mean everything.
Like that Tommy Wicklow. We don't take no prisoners. No, we don't take no for an answer. We don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And then we were in a pickleball tournament that afternoon. What a Saturday, Brad.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's fun.
That is fun.
So anyway, check it out, you guys. South Olathe, Comic Coffee.
Dude, it
Over
always,
under 3.5 months till it's
yeah,
closed.
exactly. That's what always bums me out is that like people like I live in Shawnee, and there's multiple like coffee shops or other restaurants that have come in and just half-heartedly opened like this. Like it's like plastic seating and a tiny little monitor. Like, and I understand it's like expensive, especially I'm sure coffee shops. Like I think espresso machines are very expensive.
Sure.
But it's like, then don't do it yet. Just wait for a second. That's how I feel about it. It's
Don't
like,
do it yet.
because there was a coffee shop, I don't know, 2 miles from my house that I went to. Like I was excited, it's a new coffee shop, excited to support them. And I went, and they didn't have any air conditioning. They had the doors open. Like it was like a hot summer day.
Yeah, what are we? San Diego?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I wish. No air conditioning. And like all the furniture looked like it was bought at Goodwill. Like it was like kind of, or maybe just like was from this woman's house that she put in there.
Like,
It
well,
was
I have this in my storage
it
unit.
was kind of stinky and had some stains on it. And like,
This is bad.
yeah, it was almost worse than plastic chairs. Honestly, it was like, this just feels like I'm going to like contract something. And I said,
Sure, don't sleep in it.
and I order it, and I think it was a pretty expensive latte, but I was like, whatever. And I sit down and I go to open my computer and I'm like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi password here? Oh, we don't have Wi-Fi.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must not have heard me.
I'm sorry. I thought that I'm drinking coffee. Coffee and Wi-Fi are the best combinations of peanut butter and jelly.
They go together very well in America in this current day.
Like you've never had a jelly sandwich in your life.
No, you got to have them together.
No, yeah.
Or at least peanut butter and honey, which would be coffee and hot spot.
Hotspot. Yeah. give me like it was like I said, and I didn't know what to, I was like, okay, thank you. And I walked out of there
Okay,
after
thank
paying
you.
them $6 for this mediocre coffee and sitting on this nasty, like, orange couch. And it was just rough. It was like, oh, like and they went out of business in like 3 months. It's the same thing. It's like you got to do it right if you're going to do it.
You got to have a sign. I'd
Yeah.
say have a sign. That's going to help.
Yeah. There's some kind of, the marketing aspect of it to me is just killer.
Yeah, because we asked him, like, how long have you guys been open? And he's like, a month. It's like, oh, how long do signs take to come in?
Yeah. Whatever. Was there anybody else that
There
came
was
in?
one guy in there. He looked sad, to say the least. He
Okay.
looked like he might have, like been personal friends with the owners. Like he's doing him a favor. He's like, I'll
Gotcha.
come in. I'll patronize it.
I think my dad's been before.
Really? I would love to see Dean in there sometime. You guy from the news?
Yeah.
You rock chalk guy?
Next time, if anybody ever sees my dad out in public, you have to say, are you the guy from Fox 4?
Rock chalk guy. That was your quote. That was your quote.
You were interviewed at the KU parade, right? That's so funny. Catherine got recognized today
That's unbelievable.
out at Family Tree Nursery. She was buying some plants, and some girl came up to her and she's like, "You look so familiar." And Catherine's like, "Oh gosh, I've been to a lot of places. I don't know what this is going to be.
Mhm.
K-Life, church, other things."
Baylor.
And yeah, the girl goes, "Are you part of a podcast or something?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess I am." And this girl, I'm sorry, I forget your name now.
Denise.
I could guess.
Samantha.
Brittany,
Okay.
Veronica. She was really kind though. She said that like our podcast has helped her through some hard times.
Cool.
And she just really appreciates us. So it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Catherine never been recognized before like that. So
That is fun.
it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, back on the coffee thing. I was talking to Isaac legitimately and Rachel a little bit too. I was like, should we start a coffee shop? I mean, if this, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How are we gonna, I mean, not that saying it would be easy, but like, there seems to be a demand for it. Nowhere around us is there a coffee shop. So I'm thinking either coffee shop or get back on the acai food truck
Sure.
boat.
Because
That'd be fun too.
you looked into that. Do you remember how much around like approximately it would cost to start that?
Yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah, where like at the time, well, I don't know. It would be easy to start. It wouldn't be that hard.
But I'm saying like, because I'm trying to think like, I think coffee shops would be decently expensive, like to start all that stuff. Like I think all the machines and furniture and stuff, whereas an acai truck would not be as expensive, obviously. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
no
wouldn't have
storefront, no like monthly cost really. Yeah.
You would have to like get a truck all fixed for you or whatever. Fabricated.
Yeah. But still, one-time purchase and then no lease or anything, which would be nice.
I remember when you were thinking about doing that and I was worried for you because I was like, he's just doing so well with this tray stuff. Why would he like deviate from that? And now I think it's not as bad of an idea because I think you might have somebody to help you with it.
Yeah. Hey,
So.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
And I also think that there's a huge demand for acai, or maybe not huge, but I think like people love healthy stuff and like it's hard to get it quickly.
yeah.
around here.
Spring, summer, and fall anyway. I mean, people around here would eat it. We
Yeah.
don't have very many good options. So who
Yeah,
knows?
I do think though, like a coffee shop would be so hard to mess up if you put enough money into it. I think
Yeah, if you kind of know what
if
you're
you
doing.
have enough like wiggle room, I could be wrong. If anybody's out there and they're like, "Hey, we tried to do that and it was not good," but
yeah, I'm sure location is a big part of it too.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we filmed a few videos today. Small
Yeah?
Town Liars.
Mhm.
That was a fun one. I think that was going to be good.
Derek loved it.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. There were multiple times in today's videos that like Derek had a hard time
He
keeping
really
it
laughed.
together,
Yeah,
which was always fun to do because then it makes us laugh. And
made him giggle.
and then we did types guys. Oh, Types of Guys Around Girls Part 2, but we did it classic style of,
we filmed another like
behind
long
the
video.
scenes.
Yeah, like a 8-minute long video. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. It was
Yeah.
fun. We like doing those.
Yeah, it was good. So
I pulled up a screenshot. I forgot I took this last week, Brad. I had talked before about some of these Facebook groups I'm in and like how serious. I think I told you about the Pickleball Facebook group I'm in.
Oh,
and
yes,
this guy will write like a daily blog post. I kind of forgot about it for a while.
he's back?
I hop back in. Well, he's always there.
He's been there.
I'm back.
Okay.
So Dane writes, "The calm before the storm."
That'll hook you in. Like, whoa, what's he talking about?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Sitting in the airport, waiting for my connector to FL, Florida, probably. Already focused on the U.S. Open and what needs to happen.
Oh,
That's a great sentence.
Yeah,
what needs to happen?
If I can hit my spots, I'll be just fine.
Calm before the storm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the other person's
No.
doing. It just matters what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Good.
What I need to do. So already focused on the U.S. Open and what needs to happen. Gosh, this next. I'm mentally playing tug of war between visualizing future matches and questioning whether or not I worked hard enough in preparation. Dude, got to be careful with the mental tug of war.
Well, what the sentence right before that, he seemed very confident, and now he's like,
I'm focused.
Now he's like, I'm back and forth between knowing if I even did enough to be here, to deserve to be here, right? Like, the mental tug of war. I got to get this pen to paper and just get my feelings out on this.
Next paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
The, in quotes, wondering, which, I mean, love that it's in quotes.
Yeah.
The wondering fuels the fire within. The questioning, no quotes for questioning. The questioning almost makes me focus more intensely on the upcoming goals.
Mm.
Then we have a few questions for himself. Could I have hit 100 more balls?
Yes.
Should I have stretched longer and pushed myself deeper in my yoga poses? Good question to ask.
Can you imagine he's just like in his basement, like, come on!
Lower! Dane, dig, Dane!
Come on, Dane!
Dig!
This is for the open!
Come on! Think about FL. Which
Reach
stands
those
for,
toes.
It stands for floor. Yeah, I want you on it.
That's right.
Get all the way down. Should I have stretched longer and pushed myself deeper in my yoga poses? Is that like the only physical activity he's doing to like prepare? You know, it's not
He's
like,
stretching,
should
man.
I have done more reps? Should I have done more weight?
He's being limber.
Should I have pushed deeper? Dude, it was so funny. I sent this to Rachel. I was like, can you believe this? And then like probably 3 days later, I forgot about it. And I was like, how was yoga? She's like, it was good. I just don't know if I could have pushed myself deeper in some of those poses. Okay, next paragraph.
Okay.
I'm not cutting out a single thing. This is this dude's entire post.
I believe it.
He really ties it all together here.
Mhm.
I love this.
He said, I love this?
He said, I love this.
Oh, yeah.
I love this, period.
Wouldn't trade a minute.
I love all of this,
Oh, yeah.
period.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case this didn't encompass it all.
All right, let me see if I can just get through it all.
All right.
I love this. I love all of this. The nerves, butterflies, and the feeling that I can't get to the venue fast enough to start practicing with my partners. This, in quotes, calm, won't be calm for long. Hashtag mental game. Hashtag mindset matters.
Good, Dane. Thanks for the hashtags too. Like I think that those are really gonna get the post popping.
That's great. Within a group too. It's
Yeah,
good to have
yeah.
hashtags to really,
Within a private group that like you have to get permission to be in. Mindset matters though. Really,
hashtag mindset matters. I love this.
I love all of this.
I love all this. The nerves, the butterflies. Can't get to the venue fast enough. The calm won't be calm for long, Brad. Dude, I mean, just this guy just like took time to type that up and type something like that up every day about pickleball. It's awesome.
I love it, man. Good for him. Hey,
I love all this.
hey, good for him for finding something he's passionate about
Yeah.
and pushing deep. Not digging deep, but most people dig. He pushes.
He just to push, dude.
Mhm. He doesn't need a shovel. He just needs some hands. I like it.
Let's have
That's
Dane
fun.
on the podcast sometime.
Dude, somebody that I actually do want to get on the podcast, or at least like record us having a little interview with them, is the pizza guy from F12.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
I think Sam Peck, Scott's wife, has his number
Yeah.
when he coordinated like delivery times and stuff. I think it'd be fun to hear his side of the story.
That's a good point. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Now that it's almost May,
Hey.
why not?
Yeah.
So Okay, I have a few different things. Do you want to hear about Bitcoin mining?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a friend of the show. We call him Ghosties. There's a ghosty, Nathan. I'm not going to even say his last name. Nathan, you probably know who you are. Who messaged me on Instagram the other day. And just was like, he linked me to his post that said, internet investments hasn't been my thing from the start, but when my bro referred me to Augustus Bryan, a man who's involved in Bitcoin mining, I decided to give it a try. I started out with just $2,000, and guess what? I earned $20,000 profit within 5 hours of investing in my Cash App. Blah, blah, blah. I said some more stuff.
2,000 to 20,000, 5 hours.
In 5 hours. Of course, I'm like, that's great, man. Like, whatever. And so I didn't know what to say. He like sent me this thing. And like, this is like our, like, we've had like legitimate, conversations back and forth. He sent me very kind things. And so I'm like, good for him.
Dude.
And so I just responded, killing it. I didn't know what to say.
Great rate of return, brother.
I was like, what do you want me to say? Like, it was odd. It was odd to me, but I was just like, I don't know. Maybe.
I think what you say is, hey, change your password.
And he said, yeah. He responds, yeah, it's Bitcoin mining. And I just responded back, that's wild, dude. He says, yes, I invested and I got that profit. And then I put 3 exclamation points, freaking rich, bro. I didn't know what to do. I'm just trying to be nice to this guy. And
that's so nice of you.
And he goes, yes, bro. Are you interested in it? And then I go, this is where I'm embarrassed. I go, maybe. Tell me more.
No, Brad. It's hilarious enough that you fell for it.
Listen. So his original post.
Maybe.
So yeah, of course. I know I'm an idiot. So the original post, the only thing that was like, it doesn't matter. If this is the only thing, it should be enough of a red flag. But tell me really quickly what you see that's wrong with this picture. This is Augustus Bryan's profile.
Oh. I mean, nothing is popping out right away.
Okay, first thing I saw, how many followers does he have?
14,000.
Does that look weird to you, the way that looks, though? It's like 14.4, and then there's like a space, and there's a K. I noticed that immediately, and I was
that's
like,
a good point.
I was like, that's a fake thing.
That's like been graphic designed. That's not like, I see. Okay,
right.
Good point.
And so I saw that, and I was like, whatever. But then, like, I've had like legitimate conversation with this guy. So
I mean,
like,
it's Augustus Bryan.
Yeah, whatever. And so I said, maybe tell me more. He says, my mentor runs the mining process, so you can send him a message, Augustus Bryan. I was like, I'm not dealing with mentors. I've gone down that road.
I know how that works.
And so I didn't respond to him. But then
about an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago, I saw another, like Catherine's cousin had posted on his story something very similar. And so I go, guys, what's up with this? Because I'm the first one to hand up. I do not understand cryptocurrency stuff. So I'm like, is it just one of those things I need to get into?
I mean, it sounds like they're making a lot of money out there.
I mean, I think I could be making a ton of money here. And Jake's like, no, it sounds like they got hacked and like somebody has their password and it's in their account. And I thought about it for about 5 seconds and I said, yeah, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? You know, like it's one thing if it's like a fake account that, you know,
like
somebody
followed you and is DMing you.
Yeah, it has Nathan's photo and like is very similar, but the screen name or username is like way different. But this was like his account. So I was like, yeah, this is real.
It's Nathan.
Whatever. So that all I have to say, I'm not going to be making lots of money with Bitcoin with Augustus Bryan.
But if anyone knows of like a sure thing, let us know. Like if you have like a fighter who's gonna like throw the game, let us know.
There was a funny
or an algorithm
meme based off the Duckworth's photo thing, photo faux pas last week, where it was like the office with Ryan and it was like, would you rather have $300 now or
pay me for $900 more for 5 more photos later or something like that? Yeah,
that was pretty good.
The Facebook page has been great.
Oh yeah,
Keep it up, everyone.
Get on there if you're not on there.
Also, Andrew's still cranking out the memes on the subreddit, so
T-Bush,
don't sleep on that. Yeah, T-Bush.
Oh, absolutely.
They're great.
Anyway, but if you have a sure thing, please send it to us.
Yeah,
I wouldn't hate money. Don't hate it.
Wouldn't hate it.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Next thing.
Okay, the vultures are circling, Jake.
Oh yeah, I saw them on the golf course yesterday.
Did you get peed off?
No, didn't mind. Didn't mind them being up there. I was just like, I wonder what carcass they're after.
I was working out in the shop. Vulture circling is a figure of speech. Not really true. I was out in the shop.
I saw actual vultures circling.
Circling?
Yeah, yesterday. I thought that's what you're talking about.
Oh, you're like, yes, it's that time of year.
I was like, yeah, I saw a ton yesterday. That was crazy. I thought you meant that
It's like that time of year.
Yeah, it's like, huh? Yeah, so
birds
seasonal.
fly south for the winter, vultures circle in late April.
I was like, huh? Yeah, I lived in Kansas City 6 years. Guess I never noticed when it was vulture season. I never knew that. I was like, but now that you mentioned it, I did see about 6 or 7 yesterday. Made a comment about it too.
Look at all these vultures.
What's going on? What kind
and none of the local guys really seem to care.
I was like, that's funny you mentioned that. I was just talking about all the vultures yesterday.
Like, thank you. Let's talk about this.
It's about time.
Oh, wow. Okay. Figure of speech. Vultures are circling, meaning somebody's getting close to figuring out something about me. And let me tell you, Jake.
Sounds like you're being blackmailed. Oh, this is scary. What did you just say?
No.
What's going on?
I was working out in the shop the other day. I look up. I have my noise canceling headphones on, so I'm always startled whenever I see somebody look up, and there's a bright blue pickup truck. Out walks neighbor Henry.
Okay.
Neighbor Henry shakes my hand. He says, "Hey, I heard I need to tell you congratulations." I was like, "Yeah, what's?" He's like, "I heard you had a baby." I was like, "Well, how do you know I have a baby?"
Oh.
Well, Ginger follows you on Instagram.
Oh.
Oh boy. Look out.
Ginger.
Because if Henry figures out that we've been talking about him on this podcast for the last 2.5 years.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm readjusting in my seat.
I mean, he didn't say anything beyond that. I know he doesn't have an Instagram account, or at least as far as I know of, he's not following anything. But on my Instagram profile, it says Ghostrunners podcast. It says Gene Shorts Comedy. So all they have to do is click on one of those things, start listening to that.
You're in for a treat.
I mean, Henry's one of those guys that he'll go all in on anything. So he definitely listened to my podcast if I had it. And so I'm getting a little squirmy thinking about it.
This is kind of like blackmail. It's like something out there exists of you and someone might be trying to find it.
And it's very like, you could easily, if you're a mean person out there, you could figure out which of the Arkansas baseball players is from the city that I live in and probably figure out who's
hey, maybe.
Anyway, Henry came by and he's getting really into woodworking, which is pretty great.
Good.
Like he's started going to the guild, and I've just learned about Henry that Henry knows everybody in the world that he ever meets first name. Like he'll always reference that every single time he ever sees you. So like if he meets you, he'll be like, "Yeah, I was talking to Jake Triplett the other day." He'd say that to a random person. That's
like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, like he walked in and right away he's like, I don't know how to say his
Carl Hanratty.
Carl. I'll say his son's name is Carl. Carl got 2 1/3 innings pitched the other day. Yeah, Hayden Paulette. He just didn't do too well, so Tincher put him in or something.
Who are these characters?
Like, you think I watched the SEC Network baseball all day, Henry? I'm out here working. And anyway, but now he's like talking about the Woodworkers Guild. He's like, yeah, Gary Melky. I mean, that guy. He's a good helper. He's really good at helping me. But then, I mean, what's the deal with Craig, right? What's the deal with Craig? I mean, he's just like looking at me the whole time. Brad, I don't think he trusts me. Like, and it's just so like, he's just so in his own head about like the Woodworkers Guild now.
Really?
But he's also loving it. He's getting really excited.
I don't think he trusts me.
He was telling me the other day. So Henry, I think he still works some, but he's a civil engineer and I think he's semi-retired. But I think he's brilliantly smart. Like I think he's very good at like math and science, and he's like very scientific about woodworking to the point where I'm like, I don't know what to say to you. Henry. You figure it out. It's one of those things where it's like an old man where it's like they ask you a question, but they know the answer. It's like, now, Brad, what's your moisture percentage when you make a table? And I'm like, about 8 to 12%. He's like, well, they say that 14% is okay. So I'm 14% okay, Brad? I'm like, I think that's probably fine. Well, I'm going to go with 14%, Brad. I don't know. It's like.
I actually read quite a few articles that said like it used to be 8 to 12 and now it's 14 to 16 actually. You're like, okay, sounds like you have more of a stance on this than I do.
I don't usually measure. I just know if it's dry or not by when I use it. Anyway, but he said that he was getting into a kind of a, not an altercation, but some guy came up to him and like, because Henry's new to the guild and the guild's kind of a fraternity of like old men that are kind of judgmental at first when you join, because it's like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's not being safe, whatever. And so some guy came up to him and tried to tell him what to do. And Henry's like, well, I don't really like doing it like that. And this guy's like, well, I've been teaching shop for, 40 years. And Henry goes, I want to tell that guy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm a civil engineer. I've built bridges. You think these guys know how to build bridges, Brad? I'm like, I don't know, Henry.
I don't know.
You think these guys know anything about bridge building, Brad? This guy's been a shop teacher for 40 years. And I'm like, Henry, whatever. What do you want me to say to that?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know these people.
I think he was probably just trying to keep you safe, Henry.
Yeah.
I just told him, I didn't say it, but I wanted to say, I'm sorry. He just loves like repeating his jokes. So anyway.
He just needs someone to blow off steam with? Is that what it feels like?
No, he just needs someone to socialize with in general, I think. I don't even think it's blowing off steam. I think it's just like we talked for, I bet, an hour and a half.
Oh.
And multiple times during that conversation, we talked about places you can go in Kansas City that have like good machines for woodworking that can help you do a job faster. And I'm like, yeah, because time is money. And like,
he's like, yes.
He's like, exactly. It's convenience. I mean, and I'm like, yeah. So the fact that I'm sitting and he saw how busy I was. And so finally Catherine called me on the phone.
Good.
And I answered and I was like, hey, how's it going? And then she was like, I'm just calling you to get you out of there. And I was like, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I got to go, Henry. Sorry. And he's like, okay, we'll see you.
Great.
But you just never know when he's going to come by and you never know when he's going to figure it out. So someday it's happening. I mean, I think it's just it's inevitable. There's going to be a tipping point.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm worried. I think it's going to be more on his son to eventually maybe find out if we get popular enough that he sees it, that he gets into it. But you have to be pretty deep into the podcast to get it, right?
Hopefully, Brad.
So
podcast is growing. Thank you guys for listening and telling your friends about it.
Yeah.
It just every week it gets stronger. Every month it's like our biggest month, and yeah, it's just really fun. So thank you guys for listening.
Absolutely.
And thank you for not telling Henry. So that's fun.
Well, tell us more about your week, Jiggy.
So yeah, I had someone come to my driveway this week, Brad.
Yes.
First ever time I got my car detailed.
Okay.
Which is a weird word. I would put car detail in the same category as window treatments. It's like, that is a word.
Okay.
But that is a different meaning in this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like treatments and detail being the same words.
But detailed, they're kind of like working on the very intricate details of cleaning it.
I guess so. I don't know why they just don't call it car cleaning. Like car detailing has thrown me off for like probably 25 years of my life.
I feel like detail just sounds way fancier than like, I got my car cleaned. Sprayed some Windex on it and it's all good.
It's all cleaned.
They put Rain-X on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'd never done that ever in my life. Found this company that'll come straight to your driveway. So it's like, awesome.
Is it Adam's company?
No. Although I do have a friend. I don't know. I felt weird. Like, what if Adam shows up? For some reason, the idea of hiring someone to do manual labor when it's something that I could do, right? Like I could clean my car.
Sure.
I don't know. Like I wanted to support my friend, but at the same time, I was like, this would feel weird if he just comes over.
Wow.
And I'm like,
okay.
All right, just let me know when it's done. I don't know. I don't know. I know I probably should support my friend.
I do think that like there's an absolute skill to what they do though.
Sure. Not to say that I could do it exactly like him.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get in all the nooks and crannies and have the tools that he has.
But for the most part, I could take out all my trash, which I did take out the trash first, not a, freak.
Yeah.
But, the vacuuming or whatever.
Sure.
It's like, I know how to work a vacuum. Anyway, guy says, all right, we'll be there between 8 and 11 a.m. I was like, okay, great.
Okay.
Shows up right at 8. I was like, wow.
Okay.
Thanks for being here right at 8.
Is that is that preferred?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. And he opens my car door. He takes one look, I mean, maybe a couple gazes into my like driver's side door. He's just looking at it. And I'm in the trunk, like messing with something. He goes, man, I got to ask, what kind of animal you got? Dude. Like he was this guy said he had
got 2 pythons right here, brother.
He said he had cleaned cars for 11 years. Detailed cars for 11 years. So think about that. Expert. Been doing this a long time. He looks into my car. He doesn't even know the species of animal. He didn't even ask, what kind of dog do you have? He said, what kind of animal do you have? What kind of animal you got? I was like, I hate to break it to you. An animal has literally never been in my car.
I would have lied, I think.
I
was going to be like, German Shepherd. Yeah.
Whatever match. So I guess it's just like my arm hair, my head hair, just like shedding.
Oh, that's what I was thinking smell is what he was saying.
No, I think it was just like he was looking at like the hair, which I didn't think I had a problem.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he mentioned hair.
What?
He said, what kind of animal you got?
He's never seen so much hair or like
I don't know. He just couldn't figure it out.
Oh, wow. I
was
very confused. I thought he was saying that it smelled bad. I was like, I've been in your car. It doesn't smell bad.
No. Yeah. Because I was like, I repeated the question. I was like, animal? He's like, yeah, what all is this hair in here? And I was like, no animal. It's all me, and, but yeah, I couldn't believe that that's how he opened, the car detailing. And so we kind of chatted for a little bit and, he was like, all right, I'll be done like an hour and a half. Okay, he rings the doorbell. Hour later, he's done. I was like, great. And I was like, dude, can't wait to see it. He never got my car cleaned before. This is awesome. Thank you for coming. I'll definitely holler at you again. And he was like, yeah. So looks me dead in the eyes. So what are you thinking, like, as far as tip? I was like, oh, just staring at me. And it was like, I don't even know. He hasn't given me options. I don't know what's normal. I've never done this before.
Shoot, yeah.
And so I was like, I mean, let's do 10%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I froze, dude. I couldn't believe that he just like spoke to me that way.
Sure.
So like, tip, what are we thinking?
Stared you straight in the face.
Yeah. I was like, I got so scared. So that seemed to be fine for him. I don't know. And then we got to talking afterwards, and he saw the woodworking equipment in the garage. He's like, man, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I was like, that's all my roommate stuff. He is a woodworker. I do more like YouTube stuff. He's like, oh, you're like educational woodworking. I was like, no.
Well, remember I had that confusion one time where I was like, I do YouTube stuff as well. And they're like, oh, we don't watch YouTube woodworking videos.
Yeah, it's easy to jump from one to the other. I was like, no, not like that. More like comedy stuff. He's like, dude, I got to check you out. And so got to subscribe there in the driveway to Jean Shorts. And I was like, you have anything going on the side? What are you doing? He's like, dude, I'm glad you asked. I'm a rapper. And I was like, nice.
SoundCloud.
Couldn't find him anywhere. He said his name was The Real Cuz. And couldn't find him on Spotify. Couldn't find him on SoundCloud. I don't know where he's at. But he says he does a lot of shows.
Okay.
So maybe strictly live performer.
Yeah.
No streaming.
Good for him.
Just live.
Like, yeah, you gotta pay to see me perform.
Yeah.
I like it.
Put it out for free.
Right. How are you spelling cuz?
C-U-Z. I asked.
Oh.
1 Z.
You still couldn't find him. Yeah. So
yeah, I wanted to clarify. I wanted to check him out.
That's funny. I don't like the tip thing. I don't know. I guess I don't know like what maybe it's a normal thing to like.
And I hadn't even been in the car. Like I hadn't even seen it yet. I hadn't even seen his work. He like meets me in the driveway. Like, so what do you think as far as tip? Like, dude, I have no clue. I told you I've never done this before.
Yeah, it's not very professional. It feels like.
Yeah.
It feels. It feels obviously very manipulative to be like,
yeah,
hey, are you going to tip me? And then you have to like verbally say, no, I'm not going to tip you at all.
No.
I don't know. I guess service you often tip, but not. I don't tip the people that change my oil at Valvoline. Should I?
I don't know.
I know.
Would you if they asked?
Yeah.
I probably would too.
100%. Please don't ask. Like, I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's too bad. But
what are we thinking
but all in all, car detail worth every penny.
Really,
dude, it's sweet.
Really?
Have you ever had it happen before?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, it feels like a brand new car. The
Yeah.
seats look amazing. Everything's like vacuum shampooed. I don't know what they did to it.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like you can't do that. Like you can't do it to the same level that they did.
Yeah, I don't think I could. It looks so good. I was like, I'm gonna do this like once every 6 months, probably.
Oh, and imagine like if you are a woodworker that does custom furniture.
Hold on.
That has 3 kids.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
And I mean, your truck gets so dusty and nasty. I got my truck detailed one time and it was like a brand new truck. It was awesome.
Okay, imagine this.
Okay.
You live with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a custom woodworker.
Yes.
Both of you are in a sand volleyball league. That custom woodworker also gets nosebleeds. Let's just say more frequently than the vultures come. Get your car cleaned in that situation.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yes.
Thank you for imagining that with me.
Dude, Bo is starting to get spontaneous nosebleeds. Last 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. 2 Sundays. Every Sunday. Easter. He was just trying to be like
Passover.
Yeah. And then last Sunday, I don't even know that we got a text in church. We've never gotten a text from like the worker ladies said, FYI, Bo, we think he fell and he's got a pretty bad nosebleed. So we get there and he's got a white polo on and it's just like drenched, like not drenched, but like bunch of blood spots all over.
Wait, did you post a picture of Bo in this white polo before he got blood on it?
Cute.
Dude, he looked good.
Cute. I know.
I sat there and looked at that photo for a while and
Yeah.
I was like, I guess obviously you do want your kids to dress nice, but that stinks. You have to buy so many like nice clothes for your kids.
Catherine went to Dillard's the other day and like, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that's just probably selfish and frugal of me, but I got frustrated by how much she spent on a few of these shirts. And transparently, it was like $15 to $20 per shirt. It's not like crazy amounts of money, but I was like, for a kid's shirt, like what's Old Navy got?
Wrap them in newspaper.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
And they're cute, like cool shirts for church and stuff, but it's just like, what are we doing here?
Catherine, let this validate you. I don't look at anyone and I looked at Bo's shirt. Like I don't care.
He was cute, man.
I don't stop and stare at anyone on Instagram is what I'm trying to say.
He's
and I
so
stopped
cute.
and looked at Bo.
Yeah. He's so fun. He's so cute. My kids are so fun right now. It's great. I love being dad.
It's great. Life's great.
Yeah, life's great. Hattie's getting more and more into Shark Tank. The other day we were watching one and I'm trying. Catherine was like, okay, you need to like kind of vet some of these because some of them are kind of like not inappropriate, but like adult themed things. And the very first one we ever watched is the one that she claims is her favorite. And it's this like wine glass that you like twist onto a wine bottle and you can just chug the bottle or chug the wine straight from the glass.
Oh, that's fine.
And so she's like, my favorite one is the wine lovers one.
Mhm.
And I'm like, great.
That's
Out of all the ones, that's fine. Just be an alcoholic. No problem.
That's not what that means. That was like, well, Catherine let her read the book about Nazis.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
We're even.
You got to start strong
Yeah,
when you get into a series.
Did you hear about Scott's dog in the dog training?
No, I forgot they sent Topper away.
Yeah, sent Topper away, and whatever. We're just telling prices that our friends are paying for things these days. Apparently,
Oh no,
$1,000 for this dog training.
really? How long?
Longer than I thought. 4 weeks.
It's a long time to not have your dog.
I was gonna say I'd pay $1,000 just for somebody to dog sit my dog for 4 weeks. Not truly, but that's like yeah, a decent amount of just like, oh wow, you're gone for a long time.
And they feed your dog for you?
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know actually.
Like, is that part of the cost?
Maybe you have to
price?
provide your own food, but
Oh,
I have no idea. I just thought what do you think of just like the general idea of $1,000 to train your dog for you?
I don't know. I mean,
I go back and forth because the one time I met Topper was like a couple weeks after they had him, which was probably means he was 8 weeks old or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that. And he was a little bit of a struggling dog. Like he didn't like being in his kennel. He freaked out. Scott was like, yeah, he's probably going to pee at some point on the floor. He barked a decent amount and cried. And so I was like, okay, he's a puppy. But I don't know enough about dogs. You're way more of a dog guy than me.
Yeah, but then again, I don't know. I mean, so in Stratford, we got every dog we ever owned from the Humane Society, like from the pound.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good for you, first of all.
every dog we ever had was like, I would consider like not very well trained, but I mean, they could all do tricks. They were like, you could have them in a house. They weren't going to like pee anywhere. Like they were just like good dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that was something to do with the farm, or maybe we knew what we were doing. I don't know.
Sure.
It was never even an option that we're going to get our dogs trained.
Yeah.
But maybe that's part of just like having land or having a dad who's a farmer. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
The squirt bottle helps a lot. Squirt bottle and rolled up newspaper can go a long way.
He would just squirt like that was a punishment.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. You squirt the dog.
How strong is this mist?
I don't know. 4 out of 10.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, fine.
Just enough to like I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
It's an ashamed squirt.
I have wet
snout.
Yeah.
I just the whole idea of it. I think there's a huge market for this kind of thing. Like Catherine's sister is an assistant for this guy who that's his job is like he's a dog trainer. He's down in Dallas. He does Luka Doncic's dog.
No.
Yeah, Donch dog.
That sounds like big town lie.
Maybe so.
Luka's dog.
But he's getting a HGTV show. Those two things combined, big town lies.
Yeah, that's like exactly what we filmed today.
So supposedly he's getting a TV deal. So maybe he's coming out soon. But I think he gets a ton of money for these dogs. And I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, I pay a lot of money for convenience, but on the other hand, I'm like $1,000 for a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I need to be like a dog owner myself. I need to be an adult with a dog rather than just like a kid with a dog. Maybe I didn't realize how much went into the training of it.
Right.
Or I don't know.
Because Scott, it's obviously not the same, but Scott absolutely parallels it to a newborn baby. Like in so many ways. He's like, yeah, I had to get up with the dog to take him out last night. And yeah, he gets scared. So he has to sleep in bed with us. And like, dang, that does sound like a newborn. I get why people compare him, but
I don't know. I kind of like it. Like if it's like $1,000 one-time thing, and this dog is going to come back and it is going to be speaking Spanish, making me coffee.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Like it better be like you just went to basic training.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a nice, like high and tight cut.
Mm-hmm. You do deep yoga poses.
Right.
Yeah.
You push deep.
You push deep.
Yeah. That's what I need to hear more about. Like, hey, what are the results of this thing, Scott? Like how
the dog comes back and it motivates you. It tells you when to sit. It tells you when to eat.
Yeah.
It does stuff for you.
Like it's like, I need to go on a run right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I guess I got to go.
I guess I'm running too.
Right.
Dog's like, hey, I need some sun.
Yes.
All right. I guess I'll go out. I've been working a lot today.
There you go.
Dog's like, hey, I want some greens.
And then you just don't need an Apple Watch anymore. You got a dog.
You have a dog watch.
Okay. Oh, that's what that means.
Sorry, Scott. That is a bummer. But
maybe not.
I kind of like it. I like you did that. What else is there to talk about? Oh, real quick. Forgot to mention this last week. I went through the Andy's drive-thru and I heard people yelling at me. And it was all these like SBU people that I knew from back in the day,
Okay.
which for one, I feel like you always make that comment. You're like, K-State is so much bigger than SBU.
It's amazing.
And you always run into SBU people.
Yeah. SBU people are fun, I think.
They're fun.
I've never seen an interaction that you've had with somebody where it's like, oh, that person was kind of weird looking.
No, I loved it. I was in the drive-thru and I was like, let me park. I want to hang out with you guys. And hung out with them for like 30 minutes. It was really good to see him. I hadn't seen any of them since college. But
That's
one of
cool.
them was like, asked me all these questions. I was like, she's very like in tune with my life. She's like, yeah, I listen to Ghostrunners.
Nice.
And she's like, and I kind of know Brad. She's like, we went to like this church camp thing together. He wouldn't know me because I went to private school. But
No,
I'm
I
from
would
LA,
know her. Let's go.
Well, she's
Lisa.
like, whoa,
Matthew.
whoa,
Yeah.
wait.
She's friends with Bree.
How did you, out of all the, how did you just do that?
So Lewis, I'm a genius.
Because Lisa was like, I mean, Brad wouldn't know me. He might know. And then she mentioned some family member. Can you get this name?
Joseph Athiali.
No.
Yeah, Daniel.
That's not the one she mentioned.
Dang it.
Banu. Do you know Banu?
Banu. Yeah.
Okay.
Banu was her something.
Yeah, she was very confident you know Banu.
I don't know if I remember her just as much as Banu. I'm Facebook friends with her. And so I think that helps like remind you who they are every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Lisa Matthew. Yeah.
Okay, so she might not have been related, but Joseph Athiali also went to that church. And Joseph Athiali, if you remember from way back when, is the guy that I forced to be my friend by asking for Pokemon holographic cards from him.
Sorry, Lisa.
But yeah, Lisa Matthew and Bree Dowd went to the same church growing up. And we all
Cool.
went to the same conference. This is such a fun full circle. We went to this conference for like a weekend. I don't even know much about it.
Cool.
And Rustin was crushing on two different girls.
Uh-oh.
And they were both crushing on him.
The hungry wolf can only get one goose.
And these two girls were both very, very pretty, very cute Christian girls.
How old?
Same age. Oh, how old were we? Sophomores, probably in high school.
Minors.
Yeah. And we were sitting in bed one night. Rustin, I don't even know if you remember this, but he was like, man, I just don't know which one I should go for. And I was like, dude, Bree's quality. You got to go for Bree.
Quality.
Like Bree is awesome. She's a full package.
1,200 thread count.
She's wonderful. Yeah. Like you could get Bree detailed. I don't know how to, you wouldn't even need a tip. No. And ends up marrying her. So you're welcome.
They met in high school. Cool.
Met in high school. Didn't go to the same school though.
The church thing brought them together.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just nailed Lisa Matthew. I mean,
Bro,
she was
give
like,
me another one.
She was just
Tabor
like,
College.
I don't know.
I'm 2 for 2 on these. Like, Brad's not going to ever guess this.
Never going to get this.
That was crazy. I don't know how I did that. I don't know. Lisa's going to be like creeped out, honestly. Because it's not like I have not probably communicated with her electronically or in person since that time. I'm serious. That's wild.
And also, I don't remember even how it got brought up, but we had a conversation about jumping catfish that night. Me and Lisa did. I forgot what she told me about it. Maybe she was the one who told me it burned down. Is that true? It burned down at one point?
Oh, that sounds kind of familiar.
Cool.
I'm better at names than remembering if mediocre restaurants stay unburned or not, but that could be. That sounds kind of familiar. It's like they had a grease fire or something.
Grease fish.
That's really funny though.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah,
Mitch
quiz me on another one next week.
Okay.
Or this week if you want.
I'll find something else. Okay, quiz, Brad.
Okay.
Last week.
Yep.
I meant to mention it. We were very in
Lewis.
sync.
His last name was Evans. Lewis.
You don't remember?
I might.
2 last names.
2 first names. No?
Yeah, I guess.
Lewis Bryant.
Oh wait, yeah, 2 first names. Idiot.
Lewis Bryant?
No.
Lewis. His name's Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Lewis Davis.
Dang it.
He knows Lisa Matthew, both PT students. Anyway, Brad, quiz. Last week, we were in sync very randomly about 2 different things. What were
NBA
they?
playoffs and dang it. NBA playoffs was awesome.
Okay.
And then no, let's think about it real quick. Because it was like wild. We were at Culver's and I was like, guys, I'm gonna get into the NBA playoffs this year. I was like, I just think it's really fun, it's great, and I have time for this. And like Luke Hoagland was like dumbfounded because Jake had literally said the exact same. Like he's like, you guys planned this.
He's like, why would you, like, I don't really get it. Like, why'd you plan this?
I was like, no.
I was like, we didn't plan it. I had said the same thing to Luke like 2 hours earlier. I was like, this is kind of random out of nowhere, but I feel like maybe getting into the NBA playoffs this year.
And then like I said more things and he was like, no, that's exactly what Jake said again.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to.
Also, how have you done getting in the NBA playoffs?
I don't think I've watched like 2 minutes since I said that.
That is 2 minutes more than I have watched since I said it. So
I came upstairs last week after recording and watched a little bit with Peter and Luke.
That's right.
Gosh darn it, this is gonna bother me.
You're more of a.
You remember it though, huh?
Oh yeah.
We were in sync. Maybe just about. We were gonna do stuff on Tuesday.
No,
Okay, what?
we were on our way to shoot at the church with the girls last week.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I was in the far left lane. There's like 3/4 because the turning lanes. And I'm like, and the last second I'm like, ooh, McDonald's sweet tea sounds good.
Mhm.
And so I just swerve over and I pull into this parking lot. And as I'm getting to the McDonald's drive-thru, I'm like, well, I should probably text Brad and Derek, see if they want something. I go to pull out my phone to text them. And then up pops a message from Brad that says, swinging through McDonald's drive-thru. You guys want anything? I was like, no way. No way.
We know, dude.
That was cool.
We're fun people like that.
We are.
We're generous people, you know?
Generous, thoughtful people.
Okay, that was fun. You're right.
Yeah. I have an observation, Brad. Do you think this is true? I've seen this happen so many times. Like there'll be like a baby at a park or a coffee shop or anywhere. And like, how old is he? No matter the age, you can tell them any age and you will get the same response. 16 weeks. Oh, like no matter what age, you will get the same response. It's just like such a funny thing that we do.
It's
I
like,
don't even know why we ask the age.
I ask certain questions and I don't even listen to the answer because I'm just worried about my reaction to that answer. Like, yeah. And that's
every single time.
He's 16 and a half days. Oh, that is the best time.
Yeah. Every time.
People love saying that. That's a veteran move.
How old is she? 2.5. Oh, we love 2.5.
Yes, that's a veteran move because it's like I've been there before. Let me tell you, that's a great age.
We love 2.
2.5. That is the best. That's one of my favorite stages.
Terrible 2s. Don't listen to them.
Don't listen to them.
We loved them.
It's 3-nagers. Okay, seriously, that's when it gets really bad. No, it's like
every time it's the same
totally
reaction.
Right.
It's the age is just they act like they just said the perfect age. Let's see, to get technical, I guess it would be 37 weeks.
How far along are you? 38 weeks. Oh!
I remember that time. Yes.
It's so funny. Like, yeah, totally. It's just reaction. Or like, what's his name? His name's Daniel. Daniel.
We had some friends. They were thinking about going with Daniel. They went with Hen. They went with Hen, which threw us off. They went from Daniel to Hen.
They really laid an egg on that one.
Yeah, but hey, what are you gonna do? So anyway, how about these comic books on the walls?
Yeah, what do you think of this 18-inch comic over here? 18-inch screen. No, that's totally a good
Please
observation.
go to Comic Coffee sometime. Okay. Everyone and Brad, go and just let me know what you think.
Maybe I'll do a little vlog.
That would be fun.
Dude, okay. Dude, seriously, I have something to talk about. My microphone on my phone is messed up, but I think it is specifically messed up for my camera app. Like if I do something on Instagram, it works.
It's fine.
Do you know? Can you diagnose that for me?
That is unique. I mean, it must be something software related, but it has to be somewhat in the hardware. Either way, that is confusing.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not like this is not a foolproof thing because I'm not positive because I haven't done like 15 tests of this, but it seems like so far it seems like it's very consistent. Like
so now you just have to record every video you want
in 15-second intervals.
Yeah, and then just save it to your camera roll.
Yeah,
weird,
pretty annoying. So anyway, because also you might actually know the answer to this. Can you change it to where your AirPods are your microphone for like recording a video?
You should be able to. Wait, yeah, I've never tried that. Yeah,
I haven't Googled it. I just didn't know if you knew off the top of your head.
Off the top, no. But you should be
because
able
I was like,
to.
I got AirPods, so I can do Patreon videos and everything now. And
ipso facto, surely.
Okay, I'll figure it out. But
whatever. We don't need to talk.
Hypothetical
settings. Yeah, cool.
Okay, here's a fun thing I did.
That is awesome.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So this is our episode 156. So that's our 3-year anniversary. And so I said to myself, I wonder what we were doing on our 0-year anniversary, aka our first episode.
Okay.
So I went back and I listened to our first episode.
Did you really?
The last couple of days, yeah.
Oh no.
First of all, it's only like 54 minutes long.
Good for us.
Yeah. Just we didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
And second of all,
we're at 1:14 right now.
I wrote down some things that we said that I will see if they are currently true or not about
This
us.
is fun. Thanks for doing that.
You're welcome. So first thing that I noticed that you said is that coffee sucks. direct quote. Do you still agree with coffee
I probably
sucks?
meant black coffee, right?
I think eventually you kind of did clarify that like you get a lot of sugar in it and everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, totally agree. Okay. Black coffee sucks. I talked about it in my set. I've started talking about that again.
Just gross.
Who are you trying to fool? Drink a latte like the rest of us.
That's right. Okay, and then we got you told the story about eating a deviled egg at Easter.
Oh yeah, my dad paid me.
Have you gotten any more money for eggs lately?
No money. Haven't eaten one.
Okay, no.
I did my time.
Would you do it again if your dad said right now?
I mean, if it would go towards like training a dog, maybe. If it goes to a good cause.
I made the stance that I think eventually led to the coffee thing. That I said I will always prefer cold drinks over hot, no matter the circumstance, unless I'm like very, very cold, like out. Like it's.
I remember that first episode. You were excited to talk about ice.
Yeah, I did. I talked about ice being the ultimate stabilizer and like how like it just makes things not move and like it's wonderful. I love ice, and I was just like that's as good as I got right there. But I still believe that cold drinks like are better than hot. Like
yeah,
I don't mind hot drinks, but then we talked about writing jokes.
Did we really?
Yeah.
In what context?
Jokes. The one we got paid, like the children's jokes.
Omaha ones?
Yeah.
Really? That happened in episode 1?
Episode 1, I think, was like right after we started doing it.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to go back and see how much money I've made on jokes. You know, it'd be fun to see. But yeah, just talking about those. We are not currently writing jokes, so that's not a thing. Well, kind of currently writing jokes.
Yeah, we are. You did it this morning.
Yeah, you're right. It's different kind of jokes. Not knock knock as much anymore. Then we talked the classic thing. Well, I'll get to that later. We talked about curved TVs. Those things did not last.
And not really. Yeah, I've never seen them outside of a Best Buy. Like I've never seen them in someone's home.
Right, which is what you said last time, and I said
really?
I knew one person that,
really?
that had it.
This is so embarrassing. I'm saying the same things.
No, I listened. We talked about the Avengers and how how I don't like superhero movies unless it's like kind of a real thing. Like you know, Spider-Man and Batman, they're in real cities or whatever. I said that episode 1, I've said like 4 times since then.
At least we're
it's like, hey guys, let me tell you my stance on this like really interesting stance that I have.
At least we're consistent. Actually, I'll take the cringiness or like the repetitiveness over like, wow, remember when I used to, or whatever. Like if we've like changed dramatically, or we like, oh, remember we used to hang out with Gunnar and Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be awful if like everything changed about our lives.
Yeah, and that was the interesting thing. It was like our lives have obviously changed pretty drastically.
Sure.
But our personalities aren't like drastically different.
That's cool.
You talked about how you might have been hard of hearing as a young kid.
Oh yeah.
You read lips a lot.
I find myself like staring at people's mouths.
Which is so funny because obviously the last 2 years we've been struggling to hear people because of masks. And I'm absolutely with you. After like having all these people in masks, it's like, I don't know what you're saying.
I should have been complaining about this more over the last 2 years. Yeah, I had a real tough time.
It was so hard.
I couldn't hear a thing. You go to those places where it's a mask and you got a glass pane.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I mean, I just went straight ear right into like wherever they were. Like, what'd you say?
I would just hand them my phone and say, type it.
Yeah.
Just put it in Notes app for me.
Do you know sign language or something else? And let's see. I had contacts. I talked about that. I don't have those anymore.
Upgrade.
LASIK.
Yeah.
To what was that? Cyclone, I think, was playing while I got LASIK. And the guy was talking about, you have just gorgeous big lips. Like, all right. Do you cry in movies anymore?
No, not really. I mean, the Notebook still gets me.
Yep, that's the one
with the old people. Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. When they're old, man, the dementia gets me.
Yeah. I cry so much more in movies. I think just as I've gotten older, I'm getting more and more like it's easy to put things in a personal perspective.
Like, what if that was our family?
Yeah, I was trying to think about on the way over here, like what it was, but I straight up didn't even hold it back. Like kind of recently, like by myself, was like sitting there, just like crying, like to the point where I think they were like coming down my face.
Watching the Tom Brady documentary.
I think it was a documentary, but I don't know which one. It might have honestly been.
Oh, I was joking.
I'm trying to remember. It was something like that where I think it might have been the John Madden documentary.
I would have loved if it was. I think it was the Ted Bundy documentary.
I think it was when D Ford lined up off sides with the Tom Brady documentary and the Chiefs didn't go to Super Bowl.
I think, yeah, it was Making a Murderer.
No, I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, it was maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I like cried at that one, but like John Madden's sons were talking about him as a dad and like how he was all these different things, but he was a great dad.
Cool.
And John Madden literally like died like 2 days before.
Yeah,
that
good timing.
Yeah. A little bit too good timing.
A little suspicious.
Anyway, and then I wrote that you talked about pantomiming from the neck up, like when you were like not able to speak, and like I was like, I don't know. We went through all these different like things of like I think I could still tell what you're saying if you're being like expressive and everything, but you didn't make any noise, and you're like, well, we can't just pantomime from the neck up. That's not good podcast material.
Oh,
but now that we have YouTube, we could probably do that if we really wanted to. But you also commented like, there's no way to comment on a podcast. So I guess
this is lame. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
People can't see us. They can't comment.
And then last but not least is, the age old question, the thing that we titled our episode on was talking about how much you would sell your dog for.
Good.
I came in with the stance of $13,000 and you said I would sell it for less than 13,000. You didn't ever specify how much less.
I never did, huh?
But how do you feel about that today? And the hypothetical situation that, if you remember, is like you have a good dog. I mean, 7.5 out of 10. It's like halfway through its life. You have kids that like the dog. You like the dog.
Had
you
it
have no
since it
complaints.
was a pup.
Yeah, sure.
Kids that like the puppy, I think ups the ante a little bit.
Yeah.
Or are you sticking with, what do you say, 13, 12?
No, yeah, I'm sticking with it. I'll stick with it till the day I die.
Sticking with it, yeah. I'm thinking at the time.
And then again, though, I don't know. Nowadays, it's $1,000 to train a dog. That's like getting tires. That's like getting tires on a dog or on a car you're about to sell.
It's like a closing cost or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the dog costs this, but you have to get them trained.
Exactly.
That's part of it. You can't avoid that.
Yeah, it's like the commission fee.
Some of it goes to the realtor. Yeah, some of it
Mhm.
goes to the trainer. Okay, I'm thinking my family. I have a wife, 2 kids, golden retriever, good dog.
White picket fence. I mean, everything's going well.
Just barely.
Hey, how you doing? I'm looking to buy your dog. How much would you sell that for, sir?
I would sell you my dog right now for $10,500. But there's a catch.
Okay, tell me it.
You have to eat 3 deviled eggs right now.
You got them available, or where do I get these things? Huh?
I didn't think that part through. Yeah, somewhere in there. Just
Okay.
shy of, I think.
10-5.
They're still animals.
Yeah,
And puppies are fun.
I know.
Start all over.
Let's anger some more people here, real quick.
You think people are upset at that?
No, I don't.
I love dogs. I'm just saying.
There's no way you can rationally be that upset about it. Like,
Yeah.
I understand. Like, if you disagree, that's fine. But at least you can be like, well, I understand why you would want that money.
$10,000.
Yeah.
If I have a family, I mean, I can do a lot with
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Honestly, my number's probably lower. I forgot about like what that much money would do for a family. It's not just me
Exactly.
anymore.
Exactly.
Solar panels.
Fix a chimney. My gosh.
Fix a friggin' chimney.
Anyway, that
was really fun. That was a good idea.
Yeah, old episodes with Jake and Brad.
Just because I owe it to my family to talk. I forgot all last week, and you even prompted me, and I was a bad boy.
Twice, I think.
You're like, how is Stratford? I was like, well, hold on.
Well, let me get back to Stratford.
I never talked about Rachel finally went home with me for the first time ever. We went home for Easter, and it was so great. It was just a sporty little weekend. She got to meet several members of my family. Uncle John, Coach John, Fulbright to you.
Go Reds.
Let's go Sluggers.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt, my grandparents had so much fun, and it was really windy one day, and so instead of trying to play pickleball outside, my mom has keys to the gym, and so
No way. That's like a dream of mine.
yeah, it was awesome.
That's amazing.
And so we went in, and we were playing kind of a hybrid version of pickleball. Like, they didn't have lines on the court, and we didn't have that
They had
much
a net?
tape, but we did have a net. It wasn't very wide though, so it was like a
Okay.
really narrow, weird version of pickleball.
Interesting.
It was kind of fun for a little bit, and then I was kind of like, I wonder, like, right now we're hitting it out so much. How much more fun would it be if like you almost always hit it in?
Yeah. Street rules.
And so then my mom had the idea. She wheeled out from the elementary school like lunch cafeteria these like benches. They come out, they're on wheels, but they serve as benches / tables.
Okay.
She wheeled out one of those. It is the exact same height as this pickleball net. It could not have been more perfect. It's like, this is awesome.
Okay.
So this bench and this pickleball net are next to each other. They also use this gym for gymnastics. So they're like, it's gonna be hard to imagine, but rolled up. Just imagine a big cylinder that's 8 feet off the ground. Gymnastics mats.
Yeah.
And so in between the net and the bench is an 8 foot tall gymnastics mat that's also part of the net.
In between the net and the bench. Why?
Just like at center court, it's just like an 8 foot cylinder that you can hit it
Upright.
off of. Yeah, upright, like just in the way.
Okay.
So, but it's like so in the way that like when you're serving diagonally, you can't see the person serving to you. Really fun.
Wait, but it's got to be on one side or the other, correct?
No, it's just dead center. It's a cylinder, so it's a circle. It's just on one side.
Okay.
Or sorry, it's like in the center line.
Okay.
I have a video of it. It's gonna go on Patreon.
Okay.
It was so fun because then what we realized is you could hide behind this. Called it the peekaboo. It was so fun. And then the game started elevating more and more. So then we found like an old plastic bottle. You put that on top of the mat.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it's scary to hit into it, but if you hit the bottle off, automatic point.
I love it.
So now you're encouraged to hit it into the center.
How hard was it to hit that bottle off? Because I
Pretty hard.
would have gone automatic win.
It was
High
harder
risk,
than
high
I thought.
reward.
I think one time Rachel hit the trigger of the bottle. It was like a Windex bottle, and it didn't fall off. And the rule was had to fall off.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was so fun. We played for hours and hours. Went back the next day and played again. Like set up
Same version.
same setup.
Really?
We tried different versions of it. Like let's roll the mat out. More peekaboo space. Let's roll it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so fun.
I'm having a hard time visualizing the mat. The mat threw me off a little bit.
Okay. You want me to
because I'm thinking like you have the net and then you have people on both sides. So how does the mat not?
I'm going to show this to you and then you're going to explain it to people in a way that I'm unable to because
Okay.
I'm not good.
No, you are good.
You are good.
You are good. Good at pickleball. You are good.
He's looking, guys. He's looking at it right now.
Okay. Oh, I see. Wait.
There's me doing the peekaboo right now.
Oh, so that net just stops right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. You peekabooed her. Okay. So the bench is an extension of the net.
It's also a net. It's the same height.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused about that. Maybe you said that and I didn't pick up.
It's a really hard thing to communicate.
So imagine you have the net and then the bench extends the net. And so it's now twice as wide of a court.
Big old court.
Yes. And in between the bench and the net is this cylinder.
Yeah.
I got it.
Right at the 50-yard line.
That's fun. Okay.
Dead center. Peekaboo. Both teams can peekaboo as much as you want.
The peekaboo is fun. I can't imagine how it would be advantageous.
Well, it's just like they're trying to hit it right over the net and they don't know which side you're going to pop out at. And so right when you know they're about to hit it, you just pop out to one side and you hope to hit it to your side.
That made it a very wide court all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was hard to get some balls, but it was fun.
Which is
like
fun.
You hit the ball in so often. You know?
Yeah. I love how it seems like your dad and Uncle John are just so like great at making up games like that or like making their variations of it.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, they're still very like active and playing all these sports.
Spry.
And yeah, it was really fun. We played me and my sister against my dad and Rachel for like most of like the first day.
Okay.
Pretty even teams.
Really?
Really fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Rachel must not be very good because I've seen your sister play pickle.
My sister's still trying to figure out which hand she hits it with.
Now, which one of these, Dad? No, your sister's great.
Yeah, so fun times in Stratford.
Love it.
Rachel really liked when I shared with her that Stratford backwards is Doctor of Farts.
Yeah, you mentioned that on the Patreon episode with you guys.
Oh, did
I think
Yeah.
or something like that, and I was like, I had to do it in my head multiple. I was like, that's not right. That's
DR,
not right.
abbreviation of doctor.
Of course.
But
But either way, I was like, that's wild. I've never heard that.
found out that Harrison's parents are patrons.
Yes. Thank you, Leslie and Bentley, for patronizing us.
Yeah, like I met them for the first time at Harrison's engagement party, and he was like, "Surprised you're not drinking a Monster." And it took me so long to like realize what that meant, and it was like, wait, yeah, that was a brief thing in this patron. I was like, oh my gosh,
You're like, I don't ever drink Monsters, but yeah, that one time, that's so funny.
So that was fun, and you guys should think about. I've posted a video to Patreon, I think 4 days in a row now.
Oh baby,
4 days in a row. There's been something on Patreon.
Patron. Yeah, we appreciate all the support.
Yeah. If you listen for free, that's still cool too.
Yeah,
It's cool you guys listen.
Yes, that any kind of support, is always fun.
Any kind of support.
Because I think a lot of the support for Jean Shorts has come from Ghostrunners, and then therefore we're making money off that as well. So all the support is great support.
I think I just have one last thing that I for sure want to tell you this week, Brad. Last week I talked about Isaac and his venture to go all the way down to Fort Worth with the things that can make a dog kennel.
Yeah.
And so have you heard this or what happened?
No.
Okay.
Not really. Here's what I know. Should I not say anything?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
All I know is that he like didn't sleep at all.
Okay. Yeah. He like pulled an all-nighter 2 nights in a row, basically. But so, yeah, I was talking to him and Spencer. They went down together. And so for some reason, I was thinking that he was going to his friend's parents' house. He just went to his friend who's like enrolled in college's house.
Yeah, TCU.
He went to a glorified frat, or probably an unglorified, like less nice than a frat house.
Right. TCU doesn't have like actual houses for their fraternities. And so like a lot of the houses that they live in are like the fraternity
Just
house.
like they'll buy a 7-bedroom house and that's kind of their frat house or whatever.
Right.
So that is the house that Isaac, he's like, we got there at midnight. I go inside, I'm getting a tour. I'm meeting people. He's like, then about 1 a.m., I go out to the garage and I start working. And he's like, dude, about 1:30, all these college kids show up. He's like, dozens and dozens. Like, a party is starting at this house. He's like, dude, I am just, and just people, I mean, for the next hours and hours.
Where is he stand? Is he in the garage?
He's in the garage. He's in the driveway. He's just like out, and they're all just like on the lawn, you know, they're just like drinking, partying. Isaac's just sweating, just covered in sawdust. Just like at this, like, imagine a college party, and next to you, there's just a guy building a dog kennel. It was so funny when I imagined it. It's almost like the Carrie and Christine story. Like, I bet it was funnier not being there. It's funnier to imagine it.
It's super late.
Isaac just slaving away.
Oh, yeah.
Building a dog kennel while, like, you know, Afrojack is being played and everyone is just like, you know, drinking and dancing.
Yeah, the funny thing would be like if they were literally in the garage with him. like, yeah, music is playing. Like, they're doing like whatever, like upside down.
Flip cup. And Isaac's just like, hey, it's gonna be loud for a few minutes. I got sand.
Yeah, FYI, this sander's pretty loud, but I'm on my last grit here. So, just the idea of that is amazing.
He's like, dude, yeah, it sucked. I was so sweaty. I'm just covered in sawdust. There's people just going in and out all night.
Isaac's like, I don't ever regret not going to college until this time right here, where I'm working hard and they are all hanging out on their parents' dime.
Yeah,
that's really funny.
It was so funny to imagine.
I had not heard that. I still just. I don't know. I just have a hard time. Like, I don't have much sympathy. I have a little sympathy for him, but I don't want to have sympathy for him. Does that make sense?
I don't think you need to have sympathy for him. I don't have sympathy for him. I'm like, good for you. You got it done.
Yeah. Yeah. But someday it's going to be like, oh yeah, I screwed up on this. Kind of like the different size thing. Like, I know that wasn't really his fault, but kind of like, it's like, you got to talk about that.
You got to talk to the dog.
you got to be like, hey dog, how big you at?
You eating good?
What kind of animal you got?
So I got to ask, what kind of animal you got?
After he looked at the front driver's
where
door.
I sit. Yeah. Where I sit, he's like, yo, what is this hair, man?
Have you ever noticed that you've had like shedding on your clothes before or anything?
Not on my clothes. I had noticed it in my car before.
Really?
I didn't think it was a problem, but I noticed like, oh, I guess like hair falls out. But I think it's when you have like healthy, like thick hair, it falls out pretty often, I think, probably. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Is that true? I don't know.
I mean, I think, honestly,
you have great looking hair, so I don't think you're like balding, but
I'm kind of getting this from Rachel a little bit because she like has this like very natural, like thin hair. And so she's always talking about my hair. She's like, she just can't believe it. She's like, how long does it take to like dry off? You know, just stuff like that. And she was like inspecting it like a orangutan or something the other day. She's looking at it. She's like, there's just so much more hair. Like the hair itself is thicker. She's like, I can't even like break your hair. She's like, and there's just so much more in like a square inch. There's just like way more hair than I've ever seen.
You can't break your hair. I've never.
I know. I was like, I've never even tried. What are you talking about? Anyway, so that makes me think that, hey, more chances to lose it.
Now that we're diagnosing
someone tell me about hair in the comments, please.
Now that we're diagnosing it, I think that you just like don't get cleaned off very well after you get your haircut. Like after you get your haircut, like
oh, I don't think this is a haircut thing.
You don't think so?
These are like fully grown hairs. Yeah, just falling out.
Okay, never mind then.
I don't know. Maybe my hairs aren't any good.
What kind of animal you got?
What kind of animal you got?
Is that all from Isaac's time?
Yeah, and I think it was funnier because I heard that for the most part, from Spencer's perspective. I was like, how was the weekend? How did Isaac's kennel go?
So was Spencer helping him? Or was Spencer I'm over to the party?
I was like, so just you and Isaac up all night? He's like, I mean, I was up for a while, but it was mainly Isaac in the garage. And I asked Isaac, and then of course it was like the Christine story. It's like, dude, it sucked. Which just makes it funny. So yeah, I figured I'd follow up on that.
Figure out a way to make them faster or something. If it's taking them that long.
Well, it's the same thing with what you were telling me. It might have been off the podcast, but it's like the more you know, the harder it is to make it quick.
Yes,
you know 100%. How to make it nicer.
It's like, dang.
Yeah. I don't want to take shortcuts now that I'm aware of the shortcut I was previously taking.
Right. Like, it's like, I'm going to feel guilty about this later.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's it.
Yeah. Hey, let's get back to our family. Let's get back to our kids, Brad. Let's wrap this episode up.
Great.
What do you say?
Let's do it.
What do you say we start with reviews of the week first?
Man, that's a great idea. And you would think after 3 years of doing this that I would remember to pull them up beforehand.
I'll start.
Great.
The title is 17-Hour Drive Made Shorter. It's from Corporate Lindsay. Do you think it's a misprint or do you think there's no D in her name? Lindsay.
No, I
don't know why I said misprint. I'm going to say typo.
Misprint.
You think they embroidered this wrong?
Yeah, the typewriter.
Yeah, the D.
Sticky key.
Yeah, the D sticks on you. As telecommuting Midwesterners, I'm already a little lost. I'm 3 words in. Telecommuting. Not communicating. Telecommuting.
Telecommuting.
Is this a word I should know? What does that mean?
Yeah, it means like you Wait, what was the other word you said?
As telecommuting Midwesterners.
I know, but what was the word you thought it would be?
Telecommunicating.
No, telecommuting means that you like travel a lot for work.
Tele.
What does tele mean?
I don't know.
Let's look it up real fast.
You look it up. We often find ourselves on long car rides. Actually, maybe there's context in the rest of the sentence. I mean, like,
I know what telecommuting means. It means that you travel a lot for work, but I don't know.
The tele prefix, what's it mean?
Relating to television is the second definition. The first one is to or at a distance. So telekinesis is like I know what you're saying from a distance.
Telephone is communicating from a distance.
Yeah, telecommuting is commuting a distance.
Commuting distance. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Lindsay, next time if you could use words that I know for my review, that'd be great.
But don't abbreviate PPD, please, or else Brad will look like a jerk.
We often find ourselves on long car rides, relocating to warmer weather. Don't blame you, Lindsay. Podcasts are part of a healthy diet for such activities. Who knows how we stumbled on Ghostrunners? That's fun. They don't even know. But Jake and Brad have quickly become our favorite listen. Should we start from the beginning? In quotes, on a nearly 175 episode series. Never seemed so normal before. Pro tip, while listening to some podcasts on 1.75 speed is recommended. Have you ever listened at 0.5 speed? Maybe it was the 14 hours of travel and the road was just breaking us, but we achieved rare laughing until you're crying when we stumbled upon it during the April 18th episode. It was like we had picked two friends up from the bar that had definitely been overserved, and they decided to talk about their SIGs and their significant others, I think, and their decision-making styles. Too good. Keep it up and onward.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Lindsay.
I'm going to do a YouTube comment of the week.
Ooh, fun.
This one's from Alex Wood. He's from across the pond. So I'm going to say it in his accent.
Cool.
Because I'm really good at this accent.
Yeah.
All right. I'm from London, England, and I've been listening to this podcast for over 2 years yet, which is pretty strange when you think about it. Me, sat there, listening to two dudes in a part of the US I've previously never heard of. Talk about restaurants I've never been to, shops I've never visited, and the wrong type of football. Go Tottenham. Despite all that, I find it hilarious. So I guess that says something. Toodaloo, all right.
That was cool. That comment came in really early last week, and I saw it, and I hearted it, and I liked it.
All those things.
I sure did.
I hearted it, and I liked it.
In that order.
I love you, and I like you.
Thank you, Australian man, and thank you for that accent, Brad.
You're welcome.
Nailed it.
His name was...
Alex?
Alex Wood.
Oh.
All right.
Brad, would you like this episode to jingle?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
This is from Emily Schmidt.
She's back.
Oh.
I think a lot of people think of that song as just like a one-hit wonder, and it's like that ironic joke, like, kind of funny that he's someone that I used to know. But
it is a great song. Yeah. The way he belts it is great.
I like that he screams it.
Yeah.
I always appreciated Dream On.
Oh my gosh.
When Steven Tyler starts screaming towards the end of it.
Yeah,
he says it a few times in a row, then he starts like, falsetto screaming.
That song is amazing.
It's awesome.
The great guitar solo in there. I watched a history of sports video that I downloaded off LimeWire to that one time, and I've always thought that song was epic ever since.
History of sports. What a fun video.
Yeah, it was wonderful. It had the Tanya Harding stuff and
oh cool. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it was like, do you believe in miracles?
Yeah.
Sing with me, sing for the years, sing for the loud. It was like, oh yeah.
There's a drive to deep left.
Yeah.
Dream on.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. So I'm gonna try to find it.
Great. The subject matter of that song just reminded me, not much of a story, but when I got to the venue in Durham a few weeks ago, I heard something I never heard. The security guard was like, "Hey, we need to look through your bags." I was like, "Okay, that's new." And he's like, "Also, you must be the guy we were warned about." And I thought maybe he's like being playful. I was like, "Oh, what'd they say about me?" And he's like, "That you spent a lot of time in the lobby." I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Yeah, it got brought up during our security meeting, and so we've made sure to tell all the ushers." And I was like, "Are they having to give warnings about me? Has this been happening the whole time? Is this the one security guard who's told me, or is this like a new thing?" I think it's a new thing because Tom is about to step down as our tour manager, so I think he's starting to train someone else and starting to tell people. Either way, I didn't like that they had to warn people. Now this guy, one of the performers tonight,
he's a lobby guy.
Freak show.
He's a lobbyist.
He's gonna go out and talk to people for about 10 to 15 minutes. I know. We don't get it. We've never seen it.
He's a social guy. I don't know.
He's
from the Midwest.
Yeah, he's from the Midwest. I don't know.
I found it. I sent it to you. It's an ESPN Sports Center 20th Century montage. Man, it's awesome.
Man, that's awesome.
You're welcome.
I'm going to watch this as I change in my pajamas tonight. Oh.
What?
I'll post it to Patreon as I get in my pajamas tonight.
Bet.
Not of me.
Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
Guys, it's fun.
This is 3 years. This is 3 years. Thank you for listening. Leave a YouTube comment if you think you've listened since episode 1. Not listen to every episode, but if you truly think you started when we started. There can only be like 440 comments, all right? So there's more than that. I know you're going to be a liar.
Is that right? Is that what you remember?
I think 440. Which is crazy thing that we just put on an episode and there truly was no way to get feedback. There was no comments. There was no anything. It
was like DM us, I guess, if you really want to.
We didn't have a podcast Instagram though. It would be like,
yeah, it was like DM me personally.
DM me personally if you liked it.
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell my parents about it.
Good.
Like, because like I remember you talking and saying in the first episode, like, I think the only people that are listening right now share our last names. And I was like,
well, not
no,
my
they
side
don't. Like, none of my family knows about this. Like, I don't even know how they first started listening. But yeah, I don't even think Catherine listened to the first one. Like I think she maybe eventually obviously did. Like, she's a very big fan now, but
it's like, let's let you get your feet under.
Let's see what's going on over there first.
Yeah.
Cuties, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, man, 3 years. It's always fun. Always fun to think back. Year 1, we did that. You know, we were at Chick-fil-A, which is crazy. That seems like it was yesterday.
The 1 year anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it wasn't. It was 2 years ago.
Turns out it was not.
And I mean, it's just been cool to see how we've just influenced people in a positive way. And just how not only we've influenced people, but then people have been influenced by us. And then those people go on to influence other people within the community, which is just so cool and very humbling for us. So,
seen a lot recently. People in the Facebook group connecting. They're like, wait, you listen to this podcast too? It's like,
that
wait,
was
yeah,
fun.
I know you know you from high school.
Right.
Other people ran into each other at the OKC like half marathon or whatever. They were ghosties. So
yeah,
it's cool.
It's wild. And
guys
Lisa
are great.
Matthew, I was out there.
And then Lisa Math.
Come on.
Banu's relative.
Banu. So fun. So we appreciate all you guys for listening. Yeah. Maybe year 4. What's going to happen? Big predictions. Have another kid?
Who?
Me?
Oh, cool. Yeah. No,
another.
For sure.
Who? Wait. How do you?
Hey,
what are you talking? Wait,
hold on. What do you mean?
Define kid. Define kid.
I mean,
house.
What I donate to a clinic in my free time is my business.
What's more likely that we have a kid in year 4, or that kid / pregnant in year 4, or that we start another YouTube channel in year 4?
Let us know.
Let us know. What do you guys think?
Hey, listen.
LUK.
Listen.
Let us know.
Listen. Luck. You guys are great. Thanks for listening to our podcast. We appreciate it. We love you.
Yeah, love you guys.
See you next week. Dream on.
Sing with me. Sing for the year. Dream on. Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody.